Man, hey, what's up, y'all, man? This something I've been just very curious about that. I just I see people talk about it, but people don't really engage into it like that. I don't really see a lot of people really talking about it. I don't even know why this is, man. I just noticed something though. A lot of our generation, a lot of guys, a lot of us are are soft now. It's like an epidemic of a lot of soft, a lot of soft guys. And I noticed that a lot of people, even my friends, bro, even my friends, when we're playing, we're on the game. We could just be on the game. My friend, we're playing Fortnite. We lose a battle, right? This is the most simple, basic example I can give of somebody being soft. And we could lose a battle. We can play Battle Royale. We could lose. My friend wants to just quit just because it's hard, just because it's challenging, just because he's not, instead of saying, okay, all right, I'm not that good at the game right now. Maybe there's something that I need to improve on or something that I'm neglecting. Automatically he's like, oh, these kids are so try hardy. They man, I'm sorry if you see this video, bro. I know, bro. I'm on your ass. But man, it's just a lot of this shit going on now. If you see it, bro, you see it, bro. Um, no hard feelings, bro. But basically, bro, as soon as we could be playing, we was playing this game in Fortnite, right? We was playing this match, and it's only like how many people left? Like three people. It could be like a 2v2, right? Or yeah, it was a 2v2, and he was getting low. As soon as he was getting low, his health was going off. He was like, "We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're gonna lose. We can't win this. We can't win this." He started saying stuff like that, man. He started saying like stuff. He started speaking in such a way, bro. I don't even. How do I explain it? I'm still struggling to articulate myself. That's why I make these videos so I can get better at articulating myself. But he was basically saying that just because the players were, they were not even that nice. They were not that good. But just because the players were a little bit of a challenge, like a little bit of a challenge and not too crazy, he automatically just says their sweats, their tryhards, and then just kind of quits, right? And another fact, man, I just see so many, um, I see so many guys, people on the internet, so many guys on the internet, bro. They just be acting like little bitches, bro. And, and I've been there, bro. I've been there. And I don't want to be soft, man. I don't want to be soft. I just be seeing. I, I literally got people I see just complaining and complaining about life and complaining about life. For example, man, I used to have this one friend I used to just, used to be cool with a little bit. And I noticed every time I used to talk to bro, every time I used to talk to bro, the first thing he would do is complain. Oh my God, my day's kind of not so good right now. Or he would just be complaining about something. He starts, everything he does is complain, 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 complain. It's like I don't see a lot of people who's trying to, it's like the approach. The biggest thing, the reason why I say soft is because I noticed that life is hard. And when a soft when you're soft, when things get hard, the first thing you do is start crying about it. Start crying about how hard life is. Start crying about your circumstances, why things aren't the way they are, why me. You know what I mean? I just see so much of that now. And the reason why I can explain this in a video game the best is because a video game is kind of a simulation of real life in a way. Because a video game, there's a hierarchy system. First, in a video game, you start off, you're not so good at the game, right? You're trash, you're learning how to play. It's a whole learning curve with it. And when you first when you first get on, especially when you play a game like Fortnite, you're not going to be as good as everybody else, because you're playing against people who's been playing the game for much longer than you. And then for you to just cry when you lose or when you get challenged or when you're not winning easily, because you're happy when you win. It feels amazing when you win, but when you lose, you're just gonna cry about it and make excuses and be like, "Oh, they're trash. They're try hard, and the game is so trash." Like I hate people who blame circumstances outside of themselves whenever things get hard, whenever things get uncomfortable. I think that's what makes a soft person. See, I have to explain what makes a soft person for myself to make sense. Because if I were to just say, "Oh, they're soft because they're like lost in the game," then what I would be saying wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't be very credible. So when I say soft, I'm talking about somebody who is, when things are hard and when things are uncomfortable, instead of blaming themselves because maybe they're not as good in that situation or so on and so on, basically they just blame outside of themselves. How does that make you better? How does blaming the world outside of yourself make you any better or make things any easier for you? All that does is it defeats you. It defeats you. And I'm not saying I'm tough or anything. I know I'm not that tough like that. It's cool. I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I know that. That's why I make these videos, man, to face my fears. See, I'm very uncomfortable talking to the camera right now. I'm not used to doing this. It's not something I do every day. I'm not used to being vulnerable with my thoughts and just saying things that, you know, I'm not used to just speaking my mind like that. So, but yeah, that's besides the point. But yeah, bro, it's just I've seen a lot of even when a guy gets rejected by a girl, I've noticed that what a soft guy, like what a bitch ass dude would do is he would say, oh, he wouldn't be able to take the rejection. When he gets rejected, he'll be like, oh, fuck you, you're ugly anyway. You're ugly anyway. Come on, man. Like, what does that do, man? That's no it's just, you're not going out like a Chad, man. You look like a loser when you say that. You're ugly anyway. Don't. Why do you need to retaliate just because she didn't like you? That shows that you're insecure. That shows insecurity. Just it's so many people who just can't. There's just so many people who don't have any sort of accountability. Don't have any of that. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm the problem. It's like nobody can look at themselves and realize that they're the problem. It's frustrating. It's frustrating being around people who just can't see that they're the problem and can't see the mistakes they make. Because if you can't see the mistakes if you can't see the mistakes you make, if you can't identify the mistakes you make, then how are you gonna move forward in anything? It's gonna keep you stuck. You're gonna stay stuck. You're not gonna have any forward trajectory at all. You're gonna stay in the same position in your life. Your mind's not gonna change. Nothing's gonna change. There's no character development with that. And I say that because it's just frustrating to Cause it's frustrating to be around people who don't have that, who have that I want to improve, I want to get better type of mindset, or I want to elevate myself. It just feels like I'm the only one around me who could be like, okay, all right, I suck at this. Okay, this is hard. All right, this sucks, and just, try to keep it pushing. Try to keep it pushing, even though it's uncomfortable. It's just, and then there's people causing fights and arguments, stupid fights. And people always say that makes you tough just because you want to fight people. Okay, you're big and strong, you're tough, or you want to fight. Why is that the masculinity standard, man? Yeah, I'm gonna make another video about that though. I have to, bro. I gotta talk about this because this is something that has been on my mind for a very long time, and it's something a lot of people don't talk about. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'll talk about that. Yeah, yeah. I know my communication skills ain't the best. As I'm not used to talking on camera. It's kind of something that's kind of new to me. So I know it didn't convey my points as clearly as I wanted to, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it going though. If you even made it this far, man, I'm impressed, man. To hear somebody who's stumbling over their words, who's not speaking as clearly as he could speak, not conveying points as clearly as he could convey, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. But yeah, man. If you like this video, man, I'd just like to see a like, man. But all right, y'all. See you later.